guys, thank you so much for tuning in and clicking on this video. It's the latest on trend with your girl Biami.
Big up yourself.
Just a quick update on Gabby Petito for those who have been following her story. I've been following it. I've been reading up on it every day, trying to keep up to see what is going on. Now, it looks like her fiance Brian is still missing. They are still looking for him. Not much has come of it yet. A lot of people are speaking out that they have had encounters with him, not knowing the full story or what was really going on, but they are speaking out and saying, you know, I saw him, I picked him up at some point, he was being very suspicious, he was acting very weird. There was even a neighbor who claimed that when Brian returned from the trip with Gabby, if you guys can remember, he came back alone with the van when Gabby went missing. This neighbor says that he saw the whole family loading up a new camper on the same weekend police started missing person search in for this case. Now, shortly after Brian returned home without Gabby, which was on the 1st of September, his family took a weekend camping trip. Their neighbors in Northport, Florida stated they said they saw the Laundries attaching a new camper to their pickup truck and go out of their house on the same weekend. On the same weekend, the police came looking for a lead in a missing persons case. Now, at the time, these neighbors were unaware of Gabby's disappearance. They said, and I quote, "I saw them doing some work and then they prepared for their trip and I saw them loading the camper." I don't know about you guys, but I find it extremely weird that your son comes back without his fiancée and you don't question where his fiancée is. Do you get what I mean? And why would you then pack up to go on another trip when he's just come back from a trip? Aren't you questioning where's your fiancée? And even if he's giving you a reason, why are you coming back with a van? Like, so where is she then? Like, like how is she traveling around? Like, I don't know if they asked the appropriate question, but guys, I really do feel like they are suspects now, and I think that they also need questioning because I find this whole behavior extremely weird. It's also really rare that a person of interest can simply just refuse questioning and then run away. Why would you run away when you're in question? Like, surely if that's your fiance, you should want to give all the information that you possibly can. So there's a lot of things that is just not right at this moment in time about it. I'm just gonna digress for a second because Gabby Petito's disappearance really shines light on still unsolved missing persons cases. The investigations continue for years after children and adults go missing. This has sparked a lot of conversation after TV host Joy Reid trended on Twitter after making a few comments about the media's inconsistencies and double standards pertaining to the Gabby Petito case and missing black women. Let's just have a listen.
Media attention when people of color go missing. Well, the answer actually has a name. Missing white woman syndrome. The term coined by the late and great Gwen Ifill to describe the media and public fascination with missing white women like Lacey Peterson or Natalie Holloway, while ignoring cases involving missing people of color.
Speaking on the case, Joy recognized that the Petito family definitely deserved justice. It goes without saying that no family should ever endure that type of pain, she said, and the Petito family certainly deserves answers and justice. She would then go on to mention the phrase missing white woman syndrome, which is a term used by social scientists and media commentators to refer to the observed disproportionate media coverage, especially in TV, of missing person cases involving young white upper middle class women or girls compared to the relative lack of attention towards missing women who are not white, women of lower social classes, and missing men or boys. Personally, I feel like if I tried to put myself in the shoes of Gabby's parents and families, it would kind of break my heart to know that I'm looking for justice for my child, and in the midst of that, instead of people focusing on justice being served, people are focusing on missing white women syndrome and, oh, why don't this get enough attention and why don't that get enough attention. Like, I get that whole concept. I just personally feel like there's a time and a season for everything, and I just don't think that now is the time to overshadow something that is critically going on, especially because, number one, she was engaged to this guy. Like, there's domestic abuse, there's violence, there's so many other factors and variants that we need to have a look at, which would affect any woman of race. And of course, yes, the media coverage is very impartial and disproportionate in a way that it highlights certain issues. However, can we not set up or serve a time for that on its own type of thing? Like, even when I research, like when I type Gabby Petito and, I go on Twitter, it's literally people like, okay, yeah, Gabby's missing, but let's have a look at this person that's been missing, but let's have a look at this person that's been missing. And like, that really makes me sad, because a person going missing, their race shouldn't matter. Like, everybody should get the same amount of coverage, I suppose, or the same amount of energy. By the way, this is not me stating that Joy was lying, because she was telling the truth. That is facts. That is literally what happened. We only need to look at the Madeleine McCann case, to see that. However, I think it's sad that it needs to get like that. But yeah, guys, in terms of Gabby's case, they are still looking for Brian. He's run away. He's not speaking to police. I feel like his parents are hiding something, and I don't know. So I'll definitely keep you guys up to date. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and thank you for tuning in, and I'll speak to you guys in my next video.
Mm-hmm.